Morning guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. Hopefully you can all hear me really well. I've got the microphone here. Today we're going to be doing the airbag kit on the little Fiat 500. I've got the new dashboard here, we've got the new steering wheel airbag, we've got both the curtain airbags in the boot. I really want to crack on with this car, especially now I've got quite a bit of time to get it done. So I'm just going to concentrate on getting everything out of the way. The steering gaiter, centre console, steering wheel, clocks, all of the trims, remove the radio, get all the heater controls out of the way. And basically, I'm going to do that and then I'll cut back in and show you where all the bolts are on it. And we'll get it out, get the new one in and start getting it back together and try and get this completed today. Obviously, we have got two curtain bags to put in it as well. So we'll have to open up the boot, remove all of the handles and sun visors, slide that roof line in out the back door, put the new airbags in and then put all that back together. So that really didn't take that long at all. It probably took about an hour from start to finish to get that out. But I have done probably in excess of 20 of these. So you do get to get faster and faster at it. And I've got my new Sealy ratchet, which sped it up even quicker. But as you can see, it was all very straightforward. It's nuts and bolts and screws. Your main bolts for the airbag kit, I'm just going to sit in here and show you because someone watching will do one at some point. On the dashboard you've got the little tiny vents up here, and underneath them vents obviously you've got your bolt. On the back of the dash you pop the air vent out and there is literally two bolts in there as well. You've got one big one down the bottom here, just there. You've got the main one that goes in behind the back of the stereo, and then there's like one down here. They're all quite self-explanatory. As soon as you strip all the plastics out, you can see it all clear as day. So that actually went really, really well and really, really fast. So there's the passenger airbag, and you can see with those as well, they literally slot in on those two teeth there, and you have one Allen key bolt that holds that on. And there's the new one there, ready to fit in. The old dashboard, let's just move around this side, is obviously where the airbag shot out, and there's the new dashboard there with absolutely, I've just given that a nice clean as well, all the back of it that you can't get to before I put it in. But these are the little vents that I was on about, that you've got your bolts behind them. So I tripped over my microphone wire there. Yeah, so you've got one in there, one down there, there's a couple down the bottom here, that main one in the back there, your two on the top, and then you've got two this side and one at the bottom there as well. The curtain airbag, I did say that I was going to do that after the airbag kit, but it was right in my way and you couldn't see in the car. So there's the new driver's side curtain airbag, and that's ready to bolt in as well. So I'll be bolting that in. The roof lining's out, it's still in good condition, so we're going to be using that. That was quite straightforward. It just has a couple of poppers on it, 4 of them, one screw behind the light, a little electrical thing here. I'm not quite sure what that is actually. Obviously some sort of sensor, and both sun visors. So, and you can see that that is now out. So that curtain airbag never went off, which is absolutely brilliant. I actually thought that they had both gone off. And that was just 3 8mm that held that in, and then you had one Allen key up here that locked it into the body of the car. So far so good. I'm going to crack on and actually put it back in now, and we'll try and get this finished today hopefully, and That's another job on the car done, and I can start stripping that seat because I've got a company that's actually going to repair the leather, and we're going to put the foam and the airbag out of the spare seat that we've got. They're working on the Fiat 500. We're all set up here, and Chris is in here working on the old Morris commercial. So that'll be another 2 videos that we've got ready to put out. It's a little bit trickier getting these back in than it is actually getting them out, because obviously all the wires have got to go through certain holes. I just thought I'd show a little bit of it, if I can, kind of on camera. Like this cover for the and the controls, it's got all the buttons on it. You can unplug these, and it's just laziness that I haven't, but you do try and get them. See how awkward it is? You do try and get them back through the hole like that, and just get it roughly where it needs to be. Don't try and put it exactly where it needs to be. Then you can start putting all your wires back where they should be. And it's only because I've done quite a few of them, I know where everything goes. Like that goes to the bottom of the stalks, and that one there goes to the top of the stalks. So it is just a case of take your time, everything will line up where it should be, and then you're laughing. I'm just going to go around to the passenger side and lift it over the lift the dashboard over the airbag. You've got your little tweeter wires as well, and they always drop down on these cars, so I do try to like tuck them up there out the way underneath the wiring. That really helps as well. And then you can start pulling your bits through. You've got your radio wires, and there's a little plug there for your controls down there somewhere. Let's find that. There it is. And that one there, sorry, you're not even going to see from there, but there's a little hole here, and it has to come through this hole. The first time I did one, I actually put it in the wrong place, and it did take me about another hour to work out what I'd done wrong and then get it back through again. So now that's back through in the right place as well. And they're going to keep getting in the way. I really should have unplugged them. There we go. So that's it now, that's round out in the way. Get everything sort of lined up where it should be. And then we know we're barking up the right tree. I'll flip it back over, get some of this in there, and then I'll come back. Didn't realise that we were still recording, we wasn't recording there, so that is now all back together. Just quickly while we're on camera, it's only because I've noticed it, I've got the key here for the Fiesta, and somebody noticed that in the last Fiat video and went, can I have that spare key? I'll collect keys. I don't have any spare keys, sorry, that is for a car. I've put the curtain airbag back in there, and that is all bolted back in there now, exactly where it should be. I'm going to plug it in, and we're going to get the roof lining put back in there today, and then I'm going to start unbolting that seat and cutting the other one up, getting ready to send that off to be repaired. done that for a long time, and I've not done one on a Fiat 500, so that was really interesting. Here's the one that we're going to be getting repaired. Obviously there's no damage on it. It's actually popped out of the part that it is designed to pop out of. Obviously this thread is a little bit weaker than say the red thread, so that come off really reasonably easy, and I can now drop that off to the guy. He does this sort of thing for a living. He's going to put the same thread in it, £40. So that's another job that can be getting done. The foam, I've seen people put new airbags in and just put that back over it, but what a horrible job. It's really not going to look right or nice. So I've taken the foam out the other one. It's exactly the same, and that is what is going to be going back in it. So there's the old seat, there's the airbag. I've just whipped that out, and it's only got one connection on it, and it was literally, I'm just going to pop that back in there for 2 secs. 2 little 10mm on the back there, and what looks like an earth. So literally undone those 2 10mm, and out it pops. So I'm going to strip that foam off that one, get this airbag fitted in there, and then pop that seat back. Sorry, I've got my hand over it. I'm going to pop that seat back in the car, obviously, so that I am able to drive it. The airbag kit is all completely finished. This is the only panel that I haven't put back on, and that is your last panel to put on. If you can see up there, there's 2 plugs that I've removed. It's very awkward to get to, but there's 4 10mm holding that in, and that there is your airbag module on these little Fiat 500s. You can see I've put those bolts back in the holes as well, so that we know where they'll go once that does come back in there to go in. The roof lining, to be honest, this is the original roof lining, and it's, just try and get you out of that sun, it's quite amazing. It did pop this, obviously this airbag out this side, and normally it does rip them, like rips them here, and definitely rips them here. But it's actually really nice, and I'm so glad that I haven't got to buy a new one. I have left that side out there, the other side's all put back, but I've left that out because we're going to be removing this panel, removing that bit of carpet. As soon as we start cutting out this quarter panel, we don't want that in the way there. I have also, it was quite smelly inside, it had some stagnant water in there and some glass, so I've had the boot open, been letting that dry out, and got the spare wheel out, that's never been on. It's got all its tools and jack on there, and I've hoovered the boot carpet, so I can put all that back in there in a moment and it doesn't smell too bad. But I'll give it a little hoover out this side. Overall, couldn't be happier. Like I said in the previous video as well, that dashboard didn't cost me a penny. None of the airbags did, because I had them already out of a parts car that well and truly had already paid for itself. So I'm going to crack on, get this airbag out, get this foam removed, and get the seat back in there so that I can drive it. So all in all, what a cracking day's work. I really have managed to get a lot of stuff done on the car. I just wanted to go around and say what the next steps were for it and what we would be doing. This front wing, me and Chris actually stopped somewhere and picked this up on the way home, and it was one of our subscribers and a fellow YouTuber actually give us this wing for free. He had a spare one. There's only a couple of very minor little marks on it, no dents, so we'll be getting that based up and getting that fitted on there at some point. Just refreshing your memory of what it does need. That front bumper, we don't know until we've taken it off whether it is going to go again or not, but fingers crossed it is, because they are quite sought after. We've got a very minor dent here in the wing. That will be getting painted when they paint the front bumper. Down this side, absolutely lovely. And then again, a fellow subscriber reached out to me. He runs a company in Sittingbourne. I can't remember his name, so I do apologise. He sells bumpers on eBay. and he said, Rob, I've got a Fiat 500 sport bumper here and you can have that. And he gave us that bumper. He left it behind his bin at his unit, and I went down and picked it up a few weeks ago. So thank you very much for that. It saved us a lot of money. It's got a very minor dent here. We'll warm it up, get that smoothed out, and it might have to have a minor skim. I can't even, no, my one doesn't have parking sensors, so we will have to have all of those filled in. Back axle, as you know, we took that off previously, about a few weeks ago when we did the scrap car. We took it off, so we've got that. We've got the quarter panel off of the scrap car as well. So next stage probably is going to be fitting that front wing, getting it all based up and bolted on there, so that the paint shop doesn't have to go and do all the shuts and gaps. We'll do all them anyway. But I think I've mentioned it in previous videos. They're not really based up anyway. They're pretty much all exactly the same colour inside the wings, don't matter what colour the car is, but we do our best to base up the edges of them. So we'll be doing that, stripping off that front bumper, investigating whether we can repair that and seeing what other little parts we do need. And then we'll be moving on. I'll probably do the beam first before we touch the quarter panel. That is the majority of the work on this car. And we're going to be cutting through here somewhere, drilling out all of the spot welds, and then we'll probably go just underneath this trim down through here. And then we got the side skirt, that's got to come off and go onto the new one as well. So all in all, not that much left to do. I know you're probably thinking, Rob, you're crazy, there's loads to do, but there's probably a couple of days left on it for us. But I'm well happy with what I got done today. I really did crack on. I was going to do this live, but the thing is, we would have, you know, you'd have been sat there watching me for a couple of hours do it, and I'm sure it would have got a bit tedious, and it does make sense to cut it down into a shorter video. But rest assured, we will be going live at some point to celebrate the 100k subscribers that we got recently. So that is to come. That seat, well happy with that. Come out absolutely perfect, and it was really simple to do. So that's back to completely OEM now. I'll get that cover done. I've got it up here to take with me. I'm actually going to post it to him because obviously we're not to go out travelling anywhere. And I will move that because it's got some metal hooks on it. Yeah, I'm going to chuck that in the post, mate. Well, I'm not even going to be able to do that, am I? But there's no rush for it anyway. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm quite happy with it. Obviously the airbag lights, the airbag light is still going to be on because we haven't changed the module or the driver's side seat belt in it yet, but all in a day's work and everything is all back working how it should. I'm not going to turn the radio on because I know it's up quite loud. I was listening to it earlier. So it was a full day getting it all done, but that's it. I'm quite happy with how we got on. That is going to be the end of today's video. Chris has been on time lapse all day doing the Morris commercial, so that's going to be another video. I'm going to go in now and do a bit on it, and then tomorrow we'll probably finish that video, so that'll be another one already done that for people to look forward to. It's going to be a bit of a Sunday series. Yeah, I still haven't put out the video where I said, would you all like to see it? But I'm sure it's going to be a hit, so we are going to do it. Sorry, I had to cut there for a minute. The farmer ploughed the field earlier, and the noise the seagulls was making while I was trying to talk, it was just overpowering, and I was waiting for them to pass. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching today's video. If you do enjoy it, please do give us a thumbs up, show your appreciation. We really do appreciate it. Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Check out the merchandise, the link is in the description. For some little sneak peeks throughout the day, I've put one out today. Instagram, it's Salvage Rebuilds. Like, subscribe and share. Thank you all again for watching, and we'll see you very soon in the next one.